Bitcoin, when you talk about that,
Yeah.
something I understand even less is Bitcoin. I don't understand. I mean,
it is so complicated, dude.
it was
Yeah.
invented in 2008 by a person or persons by the name Satoshi Nakamoto. They don't know if that's a group of people or one person. And it started in 2009. I did not know the people.
That's a pretty good name. You have a name that could be you or a group of people. like Nate Bargatze, no one's going, is it a group of, what is it, a flock of 41-year-olds coming at me? And you're like, no, it's a person's name. This guy has a name that we don't know if it's his name or is it a large group.
What was it? Yosai, yeah.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
A group of people.
Yeah.
Means a group of people in
what?
Asian.
So you do cryptocurrency, right?
I don't own any right now, but
How do you even start?
You got rid of it. It's a good time to get rid of it. I mean,
yeah.
When you sell it? It's like great now.
I had Bitcoin. I sold it when it was about $9,000.
Do we figure out if you're now it's like 30?
It's at upwards of 30 now, which at the time would have been it just was insane to think it would.
What
be
about
high.
your diamond hands?
Yeah.
This was years ago.
This was years ago.
This before I got caught up in the movement.
This is your gout foot now.
So you could afford a new foot.
Yeah.
That probably has just a little less gout.
If I would have held on to it.
Still need a big foot. But so I
you,
bet
you buy it the same way that you'd buy a stock with just different apps. And that's how most people treat it. It's just
when did you buy it the first time?
3 or 4 years ago.
Right when you got
How
your
much was it?
Planet Fitness membership.
I was 5 or 6,000 at the time.
You did this when Ralphie died. You did this and the Planet Fitness,
and you held on to one.
And you held on to the worst one.
And you sold the one that would make you.
I mean, you'd be a millionaire right now.
You wouldn't even be on this podcast.
I didn't put that much in. I'd have more than I do now if I would have held on to it for sure.
How much did you buy? Do you remember how much the shares, how much it was? Or?
I mean, I can look it up what it was.
Yeah.
The Bitcoin price in like 2018.
Are there more than just Bitcoin for cryptocurrency?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. There's
a ton. There's thousands of them.
Oh,
Bitcoin's just the one that people know about. Is it 68,000? Oh, no.
No, that's
68 million?
That's how much 2018 Bitcoin is. So one Bitcoin right now is $34,000. So
but a whole Bitcoin, if you wanted to buy one now, it's like $30,000 to buy one full Bitcoin.
Yeah, but you don't have to buy a full. You can just buy fractional.
Do people want to buy Bitcoins? Like a full one? Is there any benefit to
buying?
Sure.
If people that have that much money, you're buying a bunch. But you treat it like any other investment. I don't think, people are doing shady stuff on the internet. They're using Bitcoin probably if they're buying drugs or hiring hitmen and that kind of stuff. Because it's all anonymous and safe to use. But I think most people...
But it shows, you can see every purchase.
But it's all encrypted.
I know, but it shows like every... it doesn't show your name, but it every purchase from Bitcoin, I think, is visible.
Right.
A blockchain.
Yep.
So, but is it just some of them say Hitman?
No.
And you're like, oh, who did that? You're like, well, we can't tell you who, but I can tell you that there's been a lot of hitmen hired.
Can anybody bring up a blockchain?
Yeah, I had it up here earlier. So you can go through. I think it's just like the way blockchain works is like. I was reading about this. Blockchain is like you were talking about. You don't like the idea of somebody just being able to just wipe out your money. The idea of this is like. The ledger where all these transactions are recorded, there's not a central, it's decentralized.
Yeah.
So the three of us would each have our own ledger where we keep track of everything. And it's just a network between the three of us. And we all have to validate each other's copy of the same ledger. And that's how it works. So there's no government, there's no centralized agency controlling it all. It's all just us.
How does it go up in value?
The same way anything,
it's just, people want it. They will start using it. If I open a store and I'll only sell Bitcoin, then that's going to count as value. Mm-hmm. Like that counts as if I'm selling pins, you can only pay for it in Bitcoin. Well, then Bitcoin's worth a lot in my store.
Yeah,
because I'm only accepting Bitcoin. So if everybody started accepting Bitcoin, then it's going to be Bitcoin will be the new thing that we start spending money.
Right.
Which I do think that kind of aspect is going to, I think it's going to happen. Like, I just don't see, people are becoming less and less trusting of governments, and governments come and go and they fall apart and all these things. And so it's like, it's kind of like our own money. If I want to sell you a car in Bitcoin, no one can stop me.
Right.
I don't think so. Right.
Right. For sure.
My wife, who does, I go, no, you don't understand. This is,
Yeah.
So it says there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Explain that.
So the way Bitcoins aren't given to you, you mine Bitcoins.
And how do you do that?
So when you're a Bitcoin miner, you set up to run the complex mathematical function to validate the ledger.
Okay.
So if I want to set up my computer to calculate all these the blocks in the chain, once you calculate it, a Bitcoin is granted. So there's just all these different people in the network trying to do that. But it was designed in such a way that it has diminishing returns over time, over year. So like when it first started, if you solved the algorithm to validate blockchain, you got like 50 Bitcoin, and it just decreases over time, and eventually it'll stop.
I don't understand really into that, but
and then so the mining of Bitcoin, so you can get some Bitcoin for free.
That's where it comes from. Yeah.
So you can either just buy it, or you can do it for free, like mining.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's incredibly expensive to mine it.
Yeah,
it takes a lot of just the power, like the electrical power, to run this mathematical problem. Yeah. And you have to have super advanced computers.
Yeah.
So if you back in the day
is not going to do it,
no, dude. Well, back in the day you could do that. Back in the day you could set up like your spare computer and just let it mine Bitcoin for a while. Now there's warehouses full of these processors that are doing it. You know? So you can't, just the normal dude on his computer can't do it anymore. Unfortunately, that'd be pretty awesome just to.
So when this 21 million runs out, what then?
I don't know.
Because I think they're almost all found,
they're
right?
Getting there, right? Yeah. I don't know. Then it would make them more valuable.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because whoever
well,
has
then
them,
you would just figure out. Then there might be a new cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Because if there's an end to this, then why would you not? Why would they let it end at 21 million?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I think if there were infinite number of Bitcoin that could be out there, then they'd lose value.
Yeah.
Right? You know, if there were just dollar bills everywhere, then.
So who put it in that mine though, for you to, like?
It's the program. It's the program that does it. Whoever built it,
Sasuke.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I don't know. I mean, I sound like I don't really know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Throwing that out there.
Yeah. This says around 20% of existing Bitcoin, which is about $140 billion, appears to be lost or otherwise in stranded wallets. Meaning people have a digital wallet.
Yeah.
That's the guy there was a guy. Do you have the story of that guy?
I do.
What's that?
So there's a couple of different stories recently. One guy lost his password, and I think that's around 140 billion. He only has 2 tries left out of
billion
10.
or million?
Million, sorry. $140 million he has. He only has, at this time we're recording, has 2 out of 10 tries left on his password device to access the fortune.
And it's going to be impossible to guess it. It's not like, you're not going to be like, it was Sparkles 245.
Yeah.
It's going to be some ridiculous.
I think it's a 64 digit.
Yeah. Yes. And I mean, he's got to find.
You got to find it somewhere.
Yeah.
There's this is also recently going on. A British guy threw out his hard drive that had Bitcoin on it. He's a 35-year-old IT engineer. He did this in 2013 and just figured out that this happened. But he wants to ask the government to be able to go through the trash to try to find this. And he still thinks he can recover the Bitcoin. He had 7,500 Bitcoin on there, which today's worth $280 million.
Yeah.
He threw it away 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Some guy died. This CEO of a company, he was the only one that had the password. He died on a trip in India. He's the only one that knew the company's password, and they had $180 million in Bitcoin. So now there's a wallet recovery service that will try to recover it for you. they get 20% usually of what. I mean, seems fair, I guess.
Yeah.
But they help you recover cryptocurrency if you've lost.
How are they going to find that password though?
I don't know. Man.
Yeah,
you got to set up a kill switch. You know, have you ever thought
Yeah.
about like all these rich guys? They set up a kill switch. Like,
What does that mean?
they make a contract where they're like, if I die, all this stuff happens.
yeah,
Just to avoid a situation just like that.
yeah.
You know.
So do you have a key for Bitcoin? Like not a physical key, but like a.
You have it's a long, unique identifier, just string of letters and numbers and stuff.
Huh.
And you have a public one that if people want to send it to you, they have a public one.
Yeah.
But then you have your private one that is listed in the blockchain and all that kind of stuff.
And so these people that lose their password, it's like they have this giant. Wait, this kill switch. You're talking about like like a wheel or like if you die.
Yeah, it could be like a will, but
A
you
lever?
could just have something set
Yeah.
up to where like
Yeah.
if I die, I want all
Yeah.
this stuff to happen.
Yeah,
Because I think about that like sometimes. I mean, I don't have Bitcoin sitting around, but if I die, like stuff needs to happen that only I could do.
Planet
yeah.
Fitness.
Right.
Gotta write that letter.
That only you can get. So you would let the stuff die with you, is what you're saying.
No, I was saying I should probably set it up to take care. I can,
Yeah.
set it up
Are you
to
talking
do
about a will? That's what you.
maybe like a will. Yeah.
Is that what you're calling a kill switch? Is it just that? A regular will?
The kill switch, like the metaphor where, if you die, flip the switch and then all this stuff happens. You know?
What happened?
But we think
Whatever you want.
All your money goes somewhere.
You can't, yeah, that can be part of it.
So that's a will. So that's all you're saying. That's what you're saying that you wish you would do.
Yeah.
But you're calling it a kill switch.
But here's an example. If I was blackmailing you
Yeah.
and I thought you might kill me, I would set up a kill switch where if I were to die, then all
Yeah.
that stuff would be released
Yeah.
or whatever. That's like a kill switch.
Yes. Okay. That would be the appropriate time to use it if you were in some type of situation like that. Now, just for your regular life we saw your calendar. I know you got a lot going on, but I can't imagine
Capital View meeting.
you need a kill switch that sets off. You gotta like let the Capitol View people know, like, hey, obviously I'm not gonna be here. I died. If everybody that's in the Capitol building, they go, how's our 2:00 coming? And he goes, he ain't coming no more. I got a pigeon flew a letter to me today. Apparently the pigeon was trapped in a cage once he died, opened, and the pigeons flew until all my meetings were canceled by pigeon. You would like
You're
a
right.
will.
Yeah.
That's all
you're
you
right.
need.
A little maybe too
We don't know
extreme
what
for
is
what
going on
I
in his
got going
life.
on.
You
That's
need
true.
you need another will.
I'd love to get to the level where I would have a kill switch.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean that's a yeah. I don't understand if you're. I think you need to be like a, James Bond or something. I don't even know what level you would be at. Even if you had $15 million, I don't know if you need a kill switch.
Like if they have secret identities or just secret stuff
Yeah,
going on.
again,
Whatever
like
stuff
James
I got going
Bond,
on.
yeah. Now it could be fun for maybe you do have a kill switch that sets off some funny
Yeah, you
things.
could do something like that.
Yeah, you could do something. Yeah, it's like a guy who delivers a package, and the letter that just says "I'm dead."
Dear Planet Fitness, I'm dead.
Yeah, you can
Please
sell a kill
cancel.
switch for them.